Hey everyone, this is Ahi from Ahi Words and welcome to the Warehouse of Dreams episode 3. How are you guys doing? Hope you had a great start of the new year and hope you had fun in the holidays and stuff like that. When it comes to festivities and holidays and celebrations, I'm a Grinch. I never get why people celebrate so much and I truly don't understand it, but if that generally makes people happy, then it is something good. So I don't hate on it. That's my philosophy. If it's something that doesn't hurt anyone or if it's something that makes someone happy, then we should not hate on it. No matter how cringy or how cheesy or corny it is. But me personally, I don't care about the festivities right now. Well, I don't know in future how I will be or in what my past was. I hardly remember my childhood. But I generally don't like festivities or the celebrations and people were so excited for New Year. All over the social media and stuff like that, they were so happy and fireworks and stuff like that. And I'm here like a Grinch and not understanding why. It's still fun, I guess. Big step in my life this year. I moved places and the current place is so much better. Let me be very honest. I'm so happy here, and it's like healing. It's so green. It's almost like a forest away, and there's birds everywhere chirping, and there's so many insects. And to be very honest, it's kind of peaceful to see the insects everywhere. I don't know why. I don't think so. The spider here now, but hopefully I get to meet one. There used to be spiders everywhere, but I don't know why. Yeah, maybe I'll find them once outside or something. And there are birds. They have chirp. They eat so much. Not eat. They chirp so much. The birds are so sweet. And there's dogs. Dogs are also amazing. And bats. I found a small bat yesterday or today morning. I don't remember. It was so tiny. It's such a tiny bat. Oh my god. This is such an amazing place to be in the starting of the year itself. And since it's the beginning, I was thinking to reflect on the past year and see was it really good or bad for me and give my 2 cents on it for my own personal experience. So starting with January 2020, I don't remember much, but I remember 2 specific events. One was I had gone for an interview for a graphic designing position, and I did not know the software they were using in that place, and so I did not go. And they did tell me that they can take me up as an intern, but I declined because I had to decline because it was very far away from my home. I couldn't travel to and fro every single day, and traveling takes away so much of my energy, and it was really frustrating. So I did not go further. The next event was it was a part of charity event, and I think I missed my graduation for it. I'm not sure about it though. There was a huge event that was happening in college, but I missed that for this event. So I'm so happy I did not go to the other event and just enjoyed with my friends and all. It was good. The next month is February. Oh Lord. February, we moved, me and my mom. We moved to a new place and my mom had chicken pox right around the move. So it was so frustrating, and because she had chicken pox and I never had chicken pox, I had to take care. So this all habit of washing hands and then sanitizing and keeping a distance I had already been doing since February. And I had to buy a lot of fruits and especially oranges because they were available that time. I used to buy so many oranges every single day. The shopkeeper was like, "Is this your favorite fruit? Why are you buying so much?" I'm like, "No, my mother is sick, so this is the only thing she can eat easily." And her chickenpox was terrible. She had so much internal pain. I think they were internal boils and stuff like that, maybe. But she was in so much pain. So fruits and liquid food were like the savior. So she ate a lot of fruit. Eventually, it went away, and after like a few days, in March we got lockdown. So my schedule did not change at all. My routine, nothing changed because I already was following kind of like a lockdown situation, but it just continued the same. And from March, that's the only thing I remember. There was lockdown, and from April, it's complete blackout. I don't remember anything from April, and we have May. In May, I think that a song was released, 8 by IU, and somehow I decided to cover it, and that's the only thing I did in May. Also, my mom had a small accident, and it was still fine. We had to walk half an hour or so to reach the hospital and again to come back with that injury, so that was fun. Either way, that was also healed, she was also healed, and I think I was on my social media boycott and I was not using any apps or something like that. And May was that. June, I started with a collab project with my friends, but did not complete it in that month, and it was extended to July, and July we finally released that collab medley song. We released that collab cover medley, and that was July. And in August was like me preparing for my friend's birthday, for her like gifts, and not gifts, like some videos and stuff like that, and I covered 1 or 2 songs too. So that was August. In September, I finally decided to cover Dynamite after so long. After 1 month I covered that song. Then from October, oh my god, October, November, December, these 3 months, the last 3 months of 2020 felt like 3 years for me. There was so much happening. There were so many things that usually feel like that happen in the span of a year, happen in the span of months. Time moved so quickly. Last 3 months, I couldn't get a break, and now I have a break. I feel like now I finally get some break, and I feel like I can do things I want to do now. So my past 2020 year review. Technically speaking, there's hardly anything good happened, but I still find it pretty good for me personally, because I know 2020 was a terrible year for so many people, and there were so many terrible things that happened all around the world. Not only the pandemic, but there were so many other things. But for me personally, considering my mental health alone, it was a good year for me. 2019 was much more terrible. In 2019, after college and stuff, after the exams, I remember this particular incident from July, because it was a terrible time. I was doing like a part-time job, and so one day I and my friends decided to meet up in a mall or something, and this was like a farewell for a friend, and we prepared some gifts for her. I went there and gave the gift and all. I tried my best to hang out with them, but I wasn't feeling that at all. I felt like my heart was racing. I felt like I'm gonna get a heart attack soon, and I was really feeling as if the ground was gonna split apart and I'm gonna fall into the ground. I was feeling very weak and very terrible. I somehow tried to stay there, but I gave up and then went back home. And the moment I reached home, I closed the doors and I started crying so much. I cried so much, but when I saw the clock, it's like I had to go for my part-time job. So I washed my face and got ready and went to the part-time job. And then after, like in the evening, I came back home, and then at night I think I cried again. And a few days, maybe next day or maybe a few days later, I got this terrible fever. And the story of the fever is also like, On that day, I went to the hospital to get my blood checkup done. I did not have any fever at all. So my blood checkup were I did my blood testing, and then I went back home around the afternoon. I got this sudden fever. It felt like I got shot with fever, and suddenly my temperature rose so much. And in the evening, my mother took me again to the hospital. And it was just like a fever and temperature. The doctor gave me some meds, and my mother spent the night by putting wet clothes over my forehead to lower the temperature. And the medicines, I took the medicines. I was I couldn't wake up from the bed. I was so tired. I was so weak and tired. I was not able to get out from the bed. I was so weak for 1 week. This was like the most terrible fever I ever had. I was thinking about all these things the last year, and I realized this was a panic attack, and that fever was not because of any infection or something. It was stress-induced fever. That's why it hit me so much. Normally when I have fever, it lasts only one night. I eat the medicine and then sleep. I get a good sleep, and then I wake up in the morning and my fever is gone. But this was so terrible. It took me 1 week to heal. And then that entire year, 2019, was so terrible for my mental health. I also had so many episodes of sleep paralysis, which gave me anxiety to not sleep again. So I did not sleep well. And because of that, I started developing hallucinations, audio hallucinations to be more exact. It was like I would be in my house. I was already inside my house 24/7 all the time. I did not go out. It was already like a lockdown situation for me. One day in the afternoon, I was just doing some work. Maybe I was trying to sleep. And I could distinctly hear two people talking. And it was like the scene. It's like when you're in a cafe, you see a round table, kind of a round table, with two people sitting on either side, and one person was having a coffee, drinking the coffee, and the other person was reading the newspaper, and they were having this argument or a talk, and it was so loud to my ears, and I felt someone was there. It was so loud, it literally felt like it was in my home. I couldn't see them because it was just a hallucination in my ears, right? It's just in my head. And so that's why I couldn't sleep with complete silence. I need a static noise. I cannot sleep without the fan off. The main reason is because I need the noise from the fan, the motor. I started doing this, I put videos of PewDiePie or commentary channels and on the background and try to sleep. Without having that noise, or without having the sound, without having any sound playing, I cannot sleep at all. Complete silence disrupts my mental health because it feels like I can hear everything. So that was the entire 2019 for me, and it was terrible. There were some good things that happened in 2019. Of course, we could meet. They were we could go and meet my friends on their birthdays, but 2020 was not that. So that's the downside. But when it comes to mental health alone, 2020 was the year of the beginning to healing. So in a way, I'm really grateful because I got this chance to slow down. And it really helped me to get my priorities straight and focus on what I want to do and all. And really appreciate all the healthcare workers and all the frontline workers and sanitary workers and all the people behind who are working 24/7 to keep people safe, and hope people don't forget about them. And we still have the pandemic, and we should not leisure around that easily. We should be mindful. So that being said, I hope 2021 will be a much kinder and a better and a happier year for everyone. And one of the important things I learned in 2020 is keeping in touch with people you care about. Because we never know what happens, right? What will happen. So we have to keep in touch with our friends, with our family, Hope we are all kinder to everyone and hope we are kind to our own selves. We often forget to be kind to ourselves, but we should learn and be kind to everyone and ourselves. Cheers to an amazing year, hopefully. The end, hope is all we have, right? So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for your existence, you amazing being. You're always welcome to the Warehouse of Dreams. Bye.